Okay, so like I usually do on Mondays, if the topic is not a frugal topic, I will always give a frugal tip of the week just to keep some frugal aspect of each episode. So my frugal tip for this week is if you're ever at, like, this might not be the best timing actually for this tip, but it's just something that I thought of that I thought would be a good tip to share. So if you're ever at one of those big home improvement stores like Lowe's or Home Depot, or I guess they probably do it at some of the smaller stores too, but often in the plant area they'll have like a clearance section for plants. And a frugal tip is to take your time and actually sort through those plants if you're looking for some things to add to your outdoor area, especially perennials. Because what I thought of this is the other day I was out in my backyard and I have these two hydrangeas like on the side of our patio, and they were just coming in so pretty and their blooms were just so nice this year. And I remembered the year I bought them, it was a few years ago, and they were on the clearance rack for like a couple of dollars. I don't even remember how much they were, but they were super cheap. And they looked like they were half dead, but they did look like they still had some life to them. And I thought for sure, like if I brought them home and planted them, since they were perennials, that they would probably come back the next year, and they did, and they came out really nice. So that's my frugal tip of the week, just to kind of consider maybe shopping in that way for things to add to your yard. You can probably get some really good deals. I don't know, I'm not really an expert as far as planting and stuff like that. I don't know if it might be a good time now. Maybe they're getting rid of some stuff at the end of the season that would still have enough time to kind of establish itself, but you'd have to look that up. I'm no expert in that area. But anyway, it's just a tip. That's my frugal tip of the week. So anyway, so this week's topic is establishing your cleaning / household chore priorities. It's kind of not just specifically cleaning, but it might be like doing the bills, or like watering your plants, or kind of any things like that that are part of like your weekly to-dos in the home. And the reason I thought that this was important is because it's really impacted me a lot lately. The last few weeks have just been extremely busy for me, and I've had a really hard time with keeping up on everything that I have on my normal weekly chore list and household like to do things. So I do really try on a regular basis to check off everything on my daily and weekend lists. If you've listened to my like my cleaning routine, I have like a cleaning task that I do every day of the week in the morning, and then I do zone cleaning on the weekend, and I have another list of other things that get done on the weekend. And I really do try and stick to that, because it's really important on just keeping things going smoothly and not letting me fall behind. But we all have those weeks where there's just so much going on that there's no possible way for everything to get done. So what I found has really helped me with these kind of times where maybe you're just like super busy at work, or maybe you're helping out a family member with something they have going on, or your pet has an emergency, or who knows what. Things come up that just kind of make your week not be what you expected. So when these times happen, I find that if I don't have a plan for how to handle those cleaning and household type chores, I tend to get really overwhelmed and stressed about how to keep up on everything, depending on how much time is being taken away from me whatever this other thing is that's going on. Sometimes you just have a couple of things that come up and you're still able to get all your other stuff done, but I'm talking more about those weeks when it's just crazy and there's just no possible way to get it all done. So what I found has really helped me in reducing some stress caused during those times is to have already identified my cleaning and like household chore priorities ahead of time. So for example, and I know I've talked about this in other cleaning related episodes, but on the weekend I have 3 things that have to get done, like no matter what. They have to get done. And that is changing my fish's water, cleaning our guinea pig cage, and watering the plants. Those are like the living things. They have to be taken care of. And other than that, everything else, sweeping, mopping, zone cleaning, whatever else, can be put on hold if it needs to. So those are like my 3, like if there is just literally not 1 second going to be available in the day, those have to get done anyway. So I make those a priority. So since I already have those established, it just causes me a whole lot less stress when those crazy times come up, because I just say, okay, when am I going to get these done? All right, I'm going to get up early. I'm going to get those done right away. And then whatever else happens in that day, I don't have to worry about it because I got those important things done. You know, another thing might be pay the bills. Like if you know you might have a couple of bills that are coming due, just say, okay, well, I have all this stuff going on, but I have to make sure I get up first thing and just get those bills paid because I don't want to take a chance of them being late or whatever. You know, whatever you decide is like that critical things for you. So if there does end up being time to get some other things done, then of course I will go in priority order again and get the most important things done and kind of work my way down and get whatever I can get done. But it kind of just makes you a little at ease knowing that you've got those most important things done, and then you can deal with whatever it is, the situation that's going on that's just causing you to have a lot extra in your day or your week or whatever's going on. So, I mean, this can also be applied to weeks that aren't like completely crazy, like what I just described. But, you know, sometimes maybe you just have one day with something that's out of the norm. Like, for example, if you're crazy like me and you schedule your dentist cleanings for 7 a.m. on a weekday, like I just had the other week, I had a dentist appointment Monday morning at 7 a.m. And that's normally Monday morning on my weekly cleaning routine is the day that I do the upstairs, our main bathroom. And that's of the 5 different cleaning tasks that I do, I have one each weekday of the week. That's probably the highest priority of them all because it's like our main bathroom of the house. So it definitely needs to be cleaned each week. So for me, I've already thought in my mind that if I have to miss a day, that's not one of the ones that I want to miss. So what I do in that situation is I already know of the 5 things I do, cleaning out the fridge, which I do on Wednesday mornings, is the least of the priorities because I do it once a week, and the fridge doesn't really need to be wiped out once a week. It's just something I do once a week because I like to keep up on it so it never gets messy. But if I skip a week, it's not that big of a deal. So I kind of have that in the back of my mind so that like when this situation came up, I was like, okay, Monday, I'm not gonna be able to do the bathroom because I have this dentist appointment. So on Wednesday, when I normally would have done the fridge, I'm gonna skip the fridge, get the bathroom done, and then I'm right back where I started, and I don't have to worry about getting behind on any of those things. So it's just kind of like really thinking about the different things that you do over the course of the week and just kind of having a game plan in your mind on what are your highest priorities and what are your lowest priorities. So when the time comes, having already thought that through just makes it much easier to just keep yourself moving and not have to sit around and think like, how am I gonna get everything done because I can't do this day, and maybe this day is busy or whatever, and you're trying to like juggle things around. If you kind of already have a game plan to deal with those when those normal weird appointments or things come up, it just kind of really has been helpful to me in just knowing what I'm doing it, and moving along. So ideally, you want to prepare yourself before those times come and before crazy things come up. So, you know, I would suggest, if you can, maybe just take some time and really think about all of the things that you do each day and each week in your house. Like I said, paying bills, cleaning, taking care of pets, whatever those different things are that you have to get done on a daily or weekly basis. And identify what is critical to you, what's the most important, and what can you skip for a week if needed. So, you know, I would say when you're doing this, think of like your more typical weekly interruptions and busy weeks, because those just seem to always happen. when I'm thinking about my priorities and trying to come out with a plan on like what can be skipped if needed, I'm not really talking about like real true emergency situation. These are more just like those emergencies that come up, but not like life or death situations. This is more just like regular life happens, never expected that to be going on this week type of stuff. And, just some weeks that have more appointments than others, things like that, just to kind of always be prepared and have in the back of your mind, what's the first to go off the list? So that as soon as these things come up, you're like, okay, it's a really busy week. This isn't getting done this week. It's just been very helpful to me, and I'm hoping that maybe that might be helpful to some others, and just kind of pre-planning and being prepared for those things, because we know they all come up. So that's kind of it. I think I might have kind of talked about this a little bit in my cleaning, like creating your cleaning routine episode, as far as establishing your priorities, but I don't think I really went into it in too much detail. And it's because it's just been kind of crazy for me the last few weeks. It just really made me think about how much it saved me stress and trying to deal with figuring out what to get done like while that was all going on. So you might want to think about it. Hopefully maybe it'll help you out in dealing with those crazy situations or just really busy weeks. So that's it for today. I hope maybe this might help someone out. Don't forget, you can reach me through Facebook at facebook.com/Lola's Frugal Life. You can message me there through Facebook Messenger. You could like the page. You can also join our private listeners group, which is a small group, but it's just still starting to grow. So I'm hoping to build a nice community there. There's a link to that in the Facebook page, or you can go directly to facebook.com/groups/Lola's Frugal Life. And you can submit a request to join, and as soon as I see it, I will approve you. I usually check the page at least once daily, so you'll get approved pretty quickly. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to the show if you like it, and if you would like to, reviews are really helpful. So please consider leaving a review on whatever app you're listening to this podcast on. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and have a really awesome day.